Hi, my pupils. Welcome to 5th grade. My pupils, we are studying the previous lesson, forming smaller groups. Classification doesn't stop at the kingdom level. Scientists study the living things in each kingdom to see how they are alike and how they are different. Scientists doesn't stop at the classified of the kingdom. Scientists classified of each kingdom for the smaller groups, and scientists use the characteristic of living things. They use characteristics to make smaller and smaller groups and to give each smaller group a name. The most specific classification group have only one type of living things. The chart below shows how brown bears can be classified by using this method. Classification of brown bear. The classification of all living things. And classification of kingdoms. Which living things are animals? And kingdom classification to phylum. Phylum, which animals have a backbone. And phylum classified to class. Class, which vertebrates have hair. And class classification to order, which mammals have sharp front teeth for layering food. Order classified to family. Family, which sharp-toothed mammals are bears, and family classified to genes, which bears have fur that is just one color, and genes classified to species, which one color bear is a brown bear. Most living things have a common name such as brown bear, but common name may be different in different places. It is important to have name the scientific everywhere recognized for this reason. Scientists name animals with the label of two smallest classification group, the name of the second smallest group. The genes is joined with the name of the smallest group, the species. For example, the scientific name for lion is Felis leo, and brown bear is called Ursus arctos. How do scientists form smaller groups of living things? Scientists they use characteristics to make smaller and smaller groups. This answer of this question. And what are the genes and species? Genes and species are the smallest groups into which living things are classified. Another subject, animal classification. Scientists, animal classification, and scientists divided the animal kingdom into large groups. What are the two large groups of animals? Number one, vertebrates. Number two, invertebrates. What are the vertebrates? Vertebrates, animals that have a backbone, are called vertebrates. And scientists classified vertebrates for 5 groups. Number one, mammals. Mammals have the characteristics mammals have hair and produce milk for their young. Example about mammals, dogs, horses, goats, and cow and monkey. But birds are vertebrates. But the characteristics of birds differ from the characteristics of mammals, reptiles, amphibian fish. Birds have a feather and 2 legs and 2 wings and lay egg. But example about birds, owls, hawks, and parrots, and peacock. ostrich, and penguin, but penguins do not fly. Was this in the groups of birds? And example about and another groups of animals, reptiles. Reptiles have dry scaly skin and reptiles. Okay, my pupils, another subject, animal classification, page 46. Divided the animal kingdom into two large groups. One group of animals has a backbone, but another group of animals do not have a backbone. Animals that have a backbone are called vertebrates. Most vertebrates have sharp sense and large brains. These characteristics help them survive in their surroundings and use the characteristics of animals of vertebrates classified for five groups. What are the five groups of vertebrates? Number one, mammals. The characteristics of mammals. Mammals have a backbone. In the group mammals have hair and produce milk for their young. Example of mammals: cats, dogs, horses, cow, monkey and lion and tiger and wolf. These are of the groups of mammals because have hair and produce milk for their young. Another group of vertebrates, birds. Birds are vertebrates that have feather, two wings and two legs and lay egg. And example about birds, owls, hawks, parrots, and peacock, ostrich, and penguin, but penguins do not can fly. Another group of vertebrates, reptiles. The characteristics of reptiles differ from the characteristics of birds and mammals. Reptiles have dry scaly skin. Example about reptile, snakes, lizards, crocodile, and turtles. But another group of vertebrates, amphibians. Amphibians have moist skin. Amphibians have moist skin and do not scales. Example about amphibian, frogs and salamanders. Another group of vertebrates, fish. Fish are vertebrates and usually live in the water. Example about fish, shark and tuna. Vertebrates. These are in the groups of vertebrates. Why these are in the groups of vertebrates? Because animals that have a backbone, or you can say animals with backbones. Okay? But groups of animals, animal without a backbone. Animals without a backbone are called invertebrates. And scientists invertebrates classified for six groups. Number one, arthropods. Number two, mollusks. Number three, worms. Number four, sponges. Number five, jellyfish. Number six, echinoderms. The arthropods, different from the worms and sponges and mollusks and jellyfish and echinoderms. The characteristics of arthropods are invertebrates because do not have a backbone, and with legs that have several joints. Their body of arthropods have two or more parts, and they often have an outer covering part that protects them. And arthropods classify two groups. Some arthropods have made up of six legs, but some another arthropods made up of eight legs. And you can say some insects made up of six legs, another insects made up of eight legs. Example about insects six legs: beetles, bees, fly, and butterfly, and ladybug have six legs. Spiders aren't insects, but in the groups arthropods, and other arthropods such as mites, horseshoes, crabs, scorpions. These have eight legs. Another group of vertebrates, mollusks. Mollusks are invertebrates, but the characteristics of mollusks differ from the arthropods. Mollusks that may or may not have a hard outer shell, but arthropods have a hard outer shell. Example mollusks, snail, clams, and squids are mollusks because why snail, clams, squids are in the group mollusks because do not have a hard outer shell. And another group of invertebrates, worms. Worms, the characteristics of worms have no shells, legs, or eyes. And worms classify three groups: earthworm, tapeworm, and flatworms. What characteristics do all vertebrates have in common? All vertebrates have a backbone. But what characteristics do all invertebrates have in common? All invertebrates do not have a backbone, and you can say without a backbone. What are the differences between vertebrates and invertebrates? Vertebrates animals with backbones, but invertebrates animals without backbone. And you can say animals have a backbone, but animals do not have a backbone. Same means don't difference. But vertebrates classified five groups: mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, fish. But invertebrates classified six groups: arthropods, mollusks, worms, sponges, jellyfish, and echinoderms.